Ah, crap. I have to check my laundry. Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today, and for this video we are going to be doing the Geekology book tag. Before we get into anything bookish, however, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what is one thing you're really geeky about. This is a tag, and I'll put a link to all of the wonderful creators in the description down below because there are many of them. I, however, was tagged by Jessie at Plot Twists with Jessie, and I'll put a link to her video right over here in the cards. Definitely go check her out. She's so sweet and a fellow geek. Starting out, what was a book you read that made you feel like a geek? I have two for this in two separate kinds of geeky ways. First up is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. In this, our main character Olive is a scientist. I believe she's some kind of a biologist. I think that sounds right. Not that part in particular, but anytime she starts talking about statistics, all that goes into conducting a study, it just gave me flashbacks to my communications analytic class. Not one of my favorites, but I could follow along with everything she was saying, and I knew what all of that meant, especially when some of it gets kind of confusing, and I was just kind of impressed with myself that I still remember that stuff, given I probably haven't used it since that class. And I don't want to. I don't do math. Math and me, not a thing. Different kind of geeky in terms of comic geek, I would go with Catwoman Soulstealer by Sarah J. Maas. This is a novelization recreation, I guess, of comic books that DC was coming out with. I believe it was called the DC Icons series. There was the Catwoman, the Batman, I think there was a Superman, and maybe a Wonder Woman also. I only read the Catwoman, and I'm not going to read any of the others because honestly, this sort of bastardized the entire character of Catwoman, and that really pained me, and I spent the entirety of the book going through and being like, that's never happened before. Why would you do it that way? Really weird way to redo this? Really? That's who you're pairing her with. Oh, okay. Sure. Frustrating to me as someone who knows Catwoman's storyline very well. Spent the entire time picking it all apart, and I felt very geeky afterwards, realizing, you know, maybe Sarah J. Maas just isn't a giant comic book nerd. Oh, you know, probably they came out with these books to encourage people to possibly start looking at comics. But technically speaking, if you think about it that way, say somebody reads this book, they really like this version of Catwoman, and they don't really have any other interaction with her but that book. If they go into a comic, it's gonna be completely different. Completely different. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Next question. Show us your favorite collective figure you have. I have a lot. Like a lot. Pops? All of them? Actually, no. You know what? We're gonna go with my Dorbs that are up there. I'll put a clip of them right in here. Those are my adorable little DC Bombshells figurines. I have Batwoman and Batgirl. I know you're shocked, but those are two of my favorites, and they are just adorable also. So yeah, I think Josh got them for me a while back. I'm pretty sure it was Josh. Next question. Do you have clothing that is geeky? I used to work at Hot Topic, so yes. Yes, I do. Rather than show you nearly the entirety of my wardrobe, I'm just gonna go with my fave. This is my Star Wars romper, and I just think it's adorable that, like, from far away, if you don't know what it is, it just looks like a cute floral pattern, but up close, it's a bunch of different Star Wars things. So we got a helmet and the Rebel sign. There's R2-D2. There's a C-3PO right there. Next question. Have you ever done cosplay? Not officially, but I do have my Batgirl and Batwoman dress. I've done myself up in Halloween costumes that look very close to cosplay. Probably my Batwoman above my Batgirl, but I'll toss in some photos here of that. I've also dressed up Batgirl a million times for work and Halloween and other things. Next question. Last comic or graphic novel you read? So those are not the same thing to me. I just went through and picked out last graphic novel, last comic book. So graphic novel was Fence. I read the entirety of the series. I actually read it for a video, so I'll link that up above. And then the last comic was Batgirl Volume 1, Batgirl of Burnside. I love Bab's outfit in this one. It is so dang cute. Next question. What is your favorite video game? I don't play a ton of video games. Usually if I do, it's because somebody has made me play them. Josh has made me play quite a many video games. As a kid, my fave was definitely Pokemon Go Emerald. I think I still own it, actually. When I was in high school, it was the Batman Arkham games. I freaking love those. My brother got me really into them, and sneaking around and taking out bad guys secretly, favorite thing. Currently, I really am enjoying the PlayStation Spiderman game. I think I'm nearing like the 80% mark in the story. I wish you could be sneaky on the criminals for longer, especially if you do a raid on a hideout. You can only do it for the first round, and then after that, it's just constantly like headfirst melee, and I don't enjoy that. Anyway, next question. What is your favorite manga or anime? I haven't read manga since probably middle school. I do want to try and read some, but I haven't done that yet. Anime, I have answers for. When I was younger, Avatar, 100%. That show was golden. I think it technically counts as anime, but as I've gotten older, Soulstealer is probably my absolute favorite. I've rewatched it 3 times now. And then a more recent one, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Really enjoyed that one also. Definitely recommend all 3 of those if you haven't watched them. Although who hasn't watched Avatar at this point? Last question. Do you play board games? I do, but like very traditional board games. I'm actually more of a card game person. But with that being said, this kind of gaming is probably the thing I'm least geeky about. Usually I'm more pleased with just a deck of cards. Finally, this is a tag, so I have to tag someone, and honestly, I'm most intrigued to hear Rosie at Rosie Cockshut answer some of these questions. I bet she has some really fun ones, so I'll put a link to her in the description down below. Definitely go give her a follow. As always, thank you so much for coming to my channel today, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!